Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
What? Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 101. Big Nevos.
Seems like forever ago since we did number 100.
Well, we haven't actually done. We went from weekly word to fortnightly word, and now to monthly word because we haven't done. We actually went the whole of November 2016 without an episode of weekly word.
Well, you were traveling most of the time.
Primarily my fault, and I will apologize for that because of the 31 days in November, I believe I spent 25 of them outside of the ADL.
There you go.
So I just wasn't here to shoot weekly word, and the big swole bear most of the time was with me.
Yeah.
So even our substitute was not available.
No
So
way.
this is why you always have to have a deep team.
No way we're letting Josh on board.
No chance.
No.
He goes so quiet. When he's in front of you ever see him on the MassiveJoes Snapchat? Whenever he like takes over, he goes like all quiet.
He took over last night when you were doing squats or something.
No, not good in front of camera.
No, when you
Great off camera.
When you're doing lunges,
Yeah.
he took over.
Yeah. Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock, new products coming soon. 12 days of Christmas, AskNeve.
Oh, delicious. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock. Look at that haircut.
Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Some of Robbie's finest work, and for viewers at home who are aware, you will notice that he's taken a shitload of length off it. See that?
I'll be honest, I'm actually starting to like it more.
Yeah, no, it's much more manageable. Actually, funny story about Robbie. A couple of things happening with Robbie at the moment. Firstly, I'll tell you about my haircut. Is because I wasn't here in November barely at all, I had to make a quick trip to go see Robbie on a Sunday before I flew out again on the next day, the Monday. And Rob doesn't usually work on a Sunday.
Yeah.
He's usually shut. And he was down at a primary school fair doing like a pop-up stall for the primary school fair. And he said, Joe, just come down, mate, and I will cut your hair for you while I'm at the fair.
Yeah. There you go.
What a legend. What a legend. And he's gone, and he's brought back the Fury fade.
Definitely looks a lot better than the old haircut.
It does,
Yeah, whatever
it
that
does.
was, whatever that
Second
thing was.
interesting thing about Robbie at the moment, he is all over mass media in Adelaide at the moment.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Because some lady from the Real Housewives of Melbourne was on Queen William Road, which is one of the roads, which is the road that Robbie's Chop Shop is on.
Yeah.
But also runs straight through the city of Adelaide
Correct.
and then down through Unley, which is where Robbie is.
That's right.
And yeah, so she was across the road filming a segment for something.
Some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Robbie was out the front and they didn't know what she was doing, and then she took offense to them and then just called him out on her Instagram. And then,
And the reason, for those of you who are unaware, all the fellas in the ADL who get their hair cut at Robbie's would know, but Robbie's Chop Shop is a male sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's like it's an OG barbershop, so females are actually not allowed.
it's quite funny watching girls like try to walk in with their boyfriend. And
If you go there with your pussycat, she's not allowed in the store. So the pussycats wait outside and the fellas are inside getting their haircuts. It's great.
And Robbie does not discriminate because even Miley, my Rottweiler, came along.
Not allowed in.
She had to sit out the front.
Not even actual pussycats. You bring a female cat, sit that bitch outside.
So my female Rottweiler,
bitch
Miley.
is female dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
My
So
bad.
My Rottweiler,
What do you call
Miley,
a female pussycat? Pussycat.
I don't know. Had to sit out the front. So yeah.
Anyway, first topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
All right, let's hit it.
All right. So
A lot of stuff, man.
5% everything is back in stock.
Yep.
Carb 10, all sizes and flavors.
That means everything from 5% nutrition. Yeah.
Carb 10, all sizes and flavors.
All sizes, all flavors.
MTS Fuel, all sizes and flavors except for the small grape.
Yeah, well, it came back in and we sold out of small grapes straight away. So everything, all MTS machine fuel except for the small grapes is in stock. Yeah.
War juice.
Baby.
I'm not saying bebe.
War juice, baby.
Kodiak, all products and flavors back in stock.
Yeah. Attack, Ammo, Carney Shred, all of those delicious candy-based flavors.
Rainbow fruit, delicious.
Back, amazing. Skittles.
Yep.
Skittles flavor. Delicious.
Carnibolic, all flavors.
Yep. The
Chocolate and vanilla.
I was going to say vegan protein. It's
No.
definitely not. It's the beef protein.
Rule 1, all sizes, all flavors. I've been having that lately in salted caramel.
It's crushing the isolate market at the moment. Everyone is hopping on the Rule 1 bandwagon. And it's a great product. It deserves it, in my personal opinion.
Team J apparel muscle tanks, all colors, all sizes. So
everything.
In the new red as well.
The red, the black on black, the white on black, the white on grey. Everything is back in stock in all colorways and all sizes.
HP and NR.
Yes. One of my personal favorite go-to everyday supplements back in stock.
And this one's for the vegans, the HPN Pro Zero. Back
in stock in all 4 flavors. What was that? Did I miss something just then?
No. Nothing. I yawned.
HPN Pro Zero back in stock in all 4 flavors, plus the all-new...
The vegan protein bored me.
Blue... But I thought you were trying to eat your paper or something.
It would have tasted better than that protein.
Blueberry scone flavour, which is actually not bad. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Some new products.
Oh, shit.
So first I got...
You're going to have to rapid fire.
Yeah, Olympus Labs Blood Shred.
Boom.
ATP Science Multifood.
Boom.
Buff Baked Cookies in the Snickerdoodle and Birthday Cake.
Not so boom. But if you like protein cookies, you'll probably like them.
Yeah. New Max's range.
The entire New Max's range.
Outbreak Nutrition Refuge.
The sleep formula from Outbreak Nutrition.
Outbreak Nutrition Serum.
And the pump formula that actually stacks very well with virus.
I've been using serum with a lot of different things. Very good.
You've been liking the serum, haven't you? I've noticed you've been smashing that. Tastes good as well.
Animal Pack Powder rather than orange.
Does not taste so good, but now you got Animal Pack in the powdered version if you like taking your multivitamins.
If you don't like having your all the calories.
11 tablets.
Finaflex Stimulate.
It's much easier to take than Animal Pack tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finaflex Stimulate.
The stupidly high stimulant pre-workout from Finaflex.
Which I've been stacking with serum.
I've been training on that quite frequently. I'm not a big fan of high stim pre-workouts, but this is kind of like a very high stim pre-workout combined with actual active ingredients. I don't mind it.
BSN Synthesis Edge Salted Caramel Flavour.
Oh, they've come through with the goods.
I've been having that every day in my shake at work.
Delicious.
ON Gold Standard Gainer.
Yeah, Gold Standard Gainer. If you guys haven't seen the raw review, go check it out. The new Gainer protein from Optimum Nutrition.
HPN Pro Zero Blueberry Scone.
Oh, we've already mentioned that.
Yep.
Possibly the best flavour. I'm a big fan of scones. I like white chocolate and blueberry scones.
Yep.
So I'm a big fan of blueberry scones.
Team J Apparel Red Muscle Tanks.
Yeah, the all new colorway muscle tanks, the black on red.
Team J Apparel Raglan Tees.
The new cut design Raglan tees. I was actually wearing one yesterday. Didn't have it on today, but it's all good.
Team J Pillbox.
Oh yeah, the accessories as well.
Yep.
The 7-day pill box.
Yep. Team J Wristbands.
The new, I've got them on right now. The new thin wristbands up in this motherfucker.
Oh, you really do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Team J Keyring.
Boom. Now those are cool.
You want them?
Do you have one of those yet?
No.
You should probably get one.
I should.
They're actually really good.
I haven't got any of this new stuff.
Yeah. No, the new merch. I got the wristbands, the pill box, I got all this shit.
I'll be honest, don't have the muscle tanks, don't have the Raglan tees, don't have a pillbox, don't have the wristbands, don't have a keyring.
This guy.
And don't have the elite lifting straps.
What was that?
The Team J elite lifting straps.
The elite lifting straps.
Yep.
You need a pair of those.
Yeah,
Those are cool. Those are some cool shit, man.
Core ABC Gummy Snake.
Oh shit!
When's this going live?
When this video goes live, well, I'm not sure if the gummy snakes would be live yet.
Oh, we're going to put it out there. It's going to go. You want to say what time it's going to go live, or a little sneak preview?
Well, it depends if this video goes up.
Well, if it does, it doesn't matter. If it does, it doesn't matter.
Okay, you tell them.
It's gone live Thursday night at 8 p.m.
Done.
So you could be watching this on Friday or Saturday. So
you could be. So you would already know.
But if this goes up like Thursday at like 4 p.m.
Yeah, then you've got the inside info. You know before anyone else.
Yep.
Along with the Gummy Snakes ABC, Big Neve?
Core ABC Mango.
The delicious mango flavour.
And Core ISO Vanilla Cake.
The all new vanilla Core ISO.
All right, coming soon.
Delicious. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon.
Yes.
Core Flex powder.
By the end of the year, it will be here. And it will revolutionize the way you think about flex and joint health supplementation. Isn't it interesting that Doug Miller's called it Core Flex?
Yeah.
As in like...
Flex, yeah.
Yeah, rather than like core joints or some shit.
Yeah.
Or like core what else could you call it? Because you don't like flex joints.
No.
You know? I don't really understand the name, to be honest.
Come on, Dougie.
Anyway.
Olympus Labs Triumph.
Yes. When's that due? Just before Christmas, I believe.
24th.
Yeah.
So it might not be live until...
It'll be, let's go by the end of the year.
Redcon 1.
Yeah, still a work in progress. It's really, I get asked about it a lot, and it's really out of our hands because we're not the importer. We're not the distributor. We're just going to retail it. So there's a lot of other people that need to get their shit together before we can even look at purchasing the Redcon products.
We're the second to last of the supply chain. So.
Yeah, so
yes.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Optimum Nutrition Fat Burner?
No.
No ETA. And BSN Test Booster?
No BSN Test Booster.
Oh.
In fact, I honestly think the ETAs for ON's Fat Burner and BSN's Test Booster has been lost to our invitation to their Christmas party, Neve.
Must be.
I still haven't received mine. Did you receive yours in the mail?
Must be.
Mine must have got lost in the mail.
Must be also still looking for the full 10 grams of amino acids in amino acids.
And we wonder why we don't get invited to Christmas parties. Hell.
All right.
Hi, Optimum. Hi, BSN. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
12 days of Christmas.
All right. You want to tell the viewers at home about this one, man?
All right, so each day, one of the, well, not all of us, but a selected few of us, being 12, have selected our favorite supplement that we sell at MassiveJoes.com. So it's starting on the
13th of December. There's going to be, it's the 12 days of Christmas gains.
Yep.
So it starts on the 13th, runs right up to the 24th. Every day for the 24 hours of that day, there's going to be one supplement that somebody that works at MassiveJoes has picked. So Neve will pick a supplement one day, I'll pick one another day. Dill at the Cutting Specials will pick one for another day. Red Jesus down at Gawler will pick one for another day. Leah will pick one, Kristen will pick one, etc., etc. Big Swole Bait will pick one supplement each day, and that supplement on that day will have a ridiculous deal on it.
Yep.
Each day for those 12 days of Christmas.
And you're the last day of Christmas, so your deal is going to be
Mine's going to be phenomenal.
Yep.
You don't want to miss. And it's not going to be bullshit like 10% off or buy a Core ABC, get a free shaker or some bullshit like that. They're going to be spectacular deals.
Yeah.
Like deals you do not want to miss.
So that's the thing as well is obviously they're only available for that one day.
One day.
So it's not like you can wait till the last day and go and get every single day special.
No.
It's as soon as that day's finished,
it's done.
That special's done.
That's it. So we're going to pop. It's going to be a URL on our website, and you'll have to check in every day to see what the deal is. We're going to pop it down below in the description box. It'll be the first link down below in the description box. Click that thing, bookmark it, and make sure that you check it every day from the 13th of December to the 24th to find out what each day, the 12 days of Christmas gains, the special is going to be. Next topic of discussion, Neve. Let's go. A lot of questions for AskNeve this week, man. Obviously, we've been away for a while, so let's get through them straight up. Nelson Wells wants to know, are you guys going to introduce Afterpay to the online store? Another sub store has recently introduced it, although their prices and stock don't compare to you guys wanting to stay loyal.
It's something we're looking at, and also I heard PayPal bringing in a feature.
Yeah.
Similarly, but we're not sure when that will be.
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean, the cost that it takes to implement.
It's not cheap for us to implement things like that. Like it's the way that those
it's not something you just sign up to it and something our website automatically has Afterpay.
Yeah, that's it. The way that these sort of what would you call them? Credit
merchants.
Credit merchants work is they charge the merchant, which is us, quite a big percentage for implementing their service. So you have to pay more because you're paying interest on the money that you borrow, and then we pay more for utilizing their service. So it's kind of shit, to be honest. Honestly, if you want to buy something now and pay for it later, get a credit card. That's probably the easiest way to do it, right?
Don't get a credit card.
Or don't get a credit card. Up to you.
Don't get a credit card. Life tips according to Neve.
Stay away from plastic fantastic. Or certain things.
Certain plastic.
Other plastic is fantastic, you know what I'm saying? Robert Ioannis wants to know, I'm a senior in college now and have a lot more on my plate. Between work and school, I've not been able to hang out as much with my friends. They have called me out for not being there, not wanting to hang out with them, but I have just had too much else on my plate. It's a busy mother. They are not being supportive of me and my goals. Any advice? Joe, I remember you speaking of this in the past. Any comments from you would be great.
I'm going to put it out there that, I mean, there's 24 hours in a day. I mean, especially while you're young, sleep is needed, but you don't need to sleep as much as you think, I don't believe. I mean, obviously this comes from me. I sleep maybe 5 to 6 hours a night.
That's beautiful.
Joe probably maybe less, a little bit.
No, about the same. Yeah,
so,
about the same.
I mean, a lot of people I know sleep like 8 to 10 to 12 hours a night.
Yeah.
I mean, you sleep.
It's too much.
I mean, an extra, what's that? Let's say 3 hours a night we're getting.
Yeah.
3 by 7, we're getting an extra 21 hours of the day. There's your whole. That's your workout done for the week.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's plenty of times and sacrifices do need to be made.
Of course.
I mean, before
yeah.
school, go, depending on when you're working, I mean, if school starts, I don't know too many schools that start at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you can train from 6 a.m. till 7:30 and then go home, get changed, have a shower, blah, 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 eat breakfast and get to school.
I'm not really sure that that's this question though. I think he hasn't really mentioned that he doesn't have time to train. He's saying that his friends are being pricks and not being supportive of him and his goals.
I think there's two sides to this, and I'm saying this looking back at my high school years. Number one, you do need to find friends. If they're not being supportive of you and your goals, then I don't think they're really your friends.
No, I disagree. It sounds like they selfish mother just want more time with you for their own benefit.
Luckily for me, my friends were very supportive of my AFL aspirations and also my weight training aspirations, and they always used to ask me for training tips, and a lot of them still do.
Yes.
So I was lucky on that regard. I mean, a lot of them used to drink and take drugs and smoke weed and et cetera, et cetera.
Party life.
And I didn't do that, but I still used to go to parties with them, and obviously they never pressured me into wanting to do everything, even though I could kick their ass, but
it all comes back to balance, man. You just have to find the right balance. You know, senior in college, so you probably studying a lot, training a lot. You just have to find the right balance. But the bottom line is, if your friends aren't supportive of you and your goals, and you'd rather train than go out and party with them and take drugs and alcohol and drink alcohol and do all that bullshit, then they're probably not the sort of people that you want to have in your life anyway, to be completely honest.
This is another piece on that though.
Yeah.
Looking back, when you're mine and Joe's age, at 30, or getting close to 30 being me, you're not going to remember the nights you sat at home on the couch because you were trying to get your gains in.
No, that's right.
So you still have to go out there and enjoy yourself. And go to the parties, but just don't drink and take drugs.
100%.
So, I mean...
It's balance, man.
It's all balance. What Joe said. So you're not going to remember the night that you sat at home and because you had a big leg session the next morning. Yeah. You're going to remember the nights you're out with your friends and the experience and memories you had. So,
that's right.
Balance.
Gregory Stacey wants to know, is MassiveJoes going to carry Bradley Martin's new supplement line, Origin? It looks pretty good. Great channels, guys. I appreciate all the delicious content. You're welcome, Greg. Are we going to carry? I think you've reached out to Origin, haven't you?
I've hit up an email on Monday, and it's Tuesday now, so...
Yeah.
Haven't heard back yet.
Work in progress, man. Monday this week or last week?
This week.
Oh, okay. So, there you go.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength, Greg. We're on the same wavelength. Yeah. I have seen their supplements, and some of them look quite good. The pre-workout in particular looks quite good. So
I did that when I was actually speaking to you about that other supplement line that's kind of just dropped off the planet completely.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Anyway, work in progress, man. If the supplements are good, one thing we won't do is we won't carry supplements that are endorsed by an Instagram celebrity that is shit.
Yeah.
Because we just don't carry shit supplements. But if the sups are good, man, yeah, definitely. I can't see why we wouldn't. Phil Spencer wants to know, hey guys, hope you're all good. Question for the very, very big boy Neve. I travel a lot across Europe with work. Good for you, Phil. And always try to book a hotel that has a gym, my man. What tips have you got for traveling and staying on track, in particular, packing supplements and eating while traveling? As always, big shout out from the UK and stay massive. So what tips have you got for traveling and staying on track? In particular, packing sups and eating while traveling.
I mean, just take your main sups you need, obviously. I know Phil met us at, or we met Phil, sorry,
Yes.
at Body Power.
We did.
So I mean, obviously he'd be familiar. Obviously he's familiar with MTS and Core Pro. I mean, that's perfect for on the run like sludge.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have time as well to make like a chicken or you rice or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Get a sludge in, which is what Mark and Doug do all the time as well.
Yeah.
And Joe does as well. Is mixes up MTS sludge.
Yeah.
Mark has like 3 or 4 times a day sometimes when he's on the road.
That's right.
So just take necessities and just try and get in your standard macros any way you can.
That's right. The thing is, Phil, and you would see through TMJ and the USA and Raw vlogs and that, when we travel, is your diet's not going to be perfect. Your training regime's not going to be perfect because you are traveling. You've got a lot of downtime while you travel. You can't get there's a lot of barriers to things being perfect. So you just have to do as best you can. And the way to do as best you can is to be prepared.
Yeah.
You just, preparation is everything, man. If you can be prepared, have the ingredients for sludge available so you can make it at the drop of a dime, just be as best prepared as you can.
All it takes in a meal bag is just like what Joe does, a Ziploc bag with MTS.
Yeah.
And if you've got like some peanut butter there in a peanut butter jar.
Yeah.
Then just get that out of the pocket, mix it up, everywhere's got a tap.
Exactly.
Fill it with a bit of water and then eat it down.
Jack wants to know, it's just Jack. Just Jack. If I'm using Subcut PreWorkout, would it be beneficial or would it hinder weight loss by using Glycolog PreWorkout, as the fat would go into the bloodstream and then get put into my muscles? Thanks, legends. Stay massive.
I think you're thinking maybe Pro Type 8. Being put into the muscles.
He does say Subcut.
But why would the fat go into his bloodstream and then put into the muscles?
From the Subcut or from the Glycolog?
I'm not sure what you're asking, Jack, but
I'm a bit confused.
But the thing is, though, use Subcut.
Yeah,
use Subcut PreWorkout as Joe and I both do.
Yeah.
And use Glycolog with your pre-workout carbohydrate meal as Joe does.
Yeah, you shouldn't be using Glycolog pre-workout like you would Subcut you put on straight before you train.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I use it. That's how you use it. Glycolog you want to be taking like an hour to an hour and a half before you train with your pre-workout meal. So there shouldn't really be an overlap between the two products.
Yeah, obviously you know what Glycolog does, obviously is.
Yeah.
And Subcut, what Subcut does is it mobilizes your stored body fat from your stubborn areas, such as around your stomach and your lower back, etc.
That's right.
Gets that into your bloodstream, which your body then uses for energy, so it doesn't transport it to your muscles and store it in your muscles. It goes into your bloodstream for your body to be using that energy as...
well, it has to make it to the mitochondria muscles to be used.
Being stored, but it's not being stored like as body fat inside muscles. So
that's right. It's being used as energy. Fat gets stored in fat cells, not muscle cells.
Yeah.
Fat goes to muscle cells to be used as a source of energy. Rob Cook wants to know, Robert Cook, hey guys, love all the amazing content and knowledge. My question for Neve is about test boosters. Who would you recommend taking one? I'm 35 years old, 10% body fat, and live 4 to 5 days a week depending on my schedule. Not sure if a test booster is for me or what I could get out of it. Any thoughts? Thanks for all the knowledge bombs and keep up the great work. Robert Cook from Detroit, Michigan.
Robert, I definitely think that you should, not that you should, but you would get a benefit from using a natural test booster.
At 35,
especially
most
being 35.
definitely, yeah.
You're not, obviously you're a little bit older than me, but the thing is, especially around 30, or even like 25, well, 30, let's say 30, your natural test levels will start declining.
That's correct.
And decreasing.
That's correct. So anything you can do to restore your body's natural test production is going to assist. So using a natural test booster would definitely work.
Yeah.
I've had great results with MTS Barracuda and Core Test. Yourself?
Mars and D-aspartic acid based test booster.
Yeah, like
so ATP for Mars or Barracuda.
Or Core Test.
I haven't tried Core Test yet.
You haven't tried Core Test?
I haven't.
Oh mate, once you try it, you will never go back. My favorite test booster at the moment. Rob Stringer wants to know, hey Neve, when I do seated hamstring curls, I feel on my right leg that the top of the kneecap area sort of grinds against the quad muscle and is quite uncomfortable, if that makes any sense. Sort of feels like a popping sensation. What could be causing this? I also find in general that knee feels slightly weaker when I squat too, but doesn't affect me like I do when I train hamstrings. Thanks, stay massive. Rob Stringer, Brighton, England.
Number one, I'd say probably don't do it if it feels uncomfortable or it feels like a popping sensation.
Yeah.
I'd say no, don't do it. I mean, if it also feels like it's weaker when you're doing squats and stuff, probably a physio as well would actually just check out your knee and make sure that your knee.
Yeah, it's honestly, Rob, based on what I'm no doctor. I ain't no general practitioner or no physiotherapist, chiropractor in this mother. But based on what you have said, Asha actually had this exact same thing when she had her arthroscopy.
Yeah.
And what it was with Asha, and I'm not saying that you got the same, but I'm saying that the symptoms are the same. Exactly the same thing with her. It was a buildup of scar tissue in her knee, and she had to have it's a very simple surgery. It's called an arthroscopy, where they go in with like two things and into your knee, and they clean it out. And she had that surgery, and within a few days she was 90% recovered, and her knee's been great ever since. But it looks like you probably do need some professional attention to that knee, because you may have a build-up of scar tissue that needs to be removed.
If it's also to do with your kneecap,
if
it's your kneecap, it could be that your quads are very tight as well.
Well, and that's the other thing. It may just be like a tight,
tight ITB. Because your ITB and stuff is very tight, it could be pulling your kneecap up and around a little bit.
Across, yeah.
So when you're doing obviously
causing the grind,
it's not letting your kneecap sit in place where it wants to sit. So
yeah. Dev Bagani wants to know, sup fellas? When answering my deadlift question last month, 2 months ago, last episode, Joe said someone with his size should ideally be ripping 300 kegs. Big Nevos disagreed. So generally speaking, does the weight that someone should be able to lift come off as a proportion to what their weight and height is? Pleasure meeting you. As always, Joe, keep rocking the 70s porno stash Nevos.
That went about a week ago as well.
Gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I mean, Joe said that someone ideally his size should be pulling 300, but I mean that means that there'd be so many dudes in the gym pulling 300.
Yeah.
Which obviously not everyone trains for strength training.
That's correct.
Which is, if
not everyone biomechanically.
If Joe had the correct biomechanics, if Joe lifted like a powerlifter, if Joe did a powerlifting split, if Joe put on a bit of body fat, if Joe, so many different variables.
There's a lot of it. You can't, Dev. It's not as simple as saying you're 6'3", weigh 100 kilos, therefore you should be able to deadlift 320 kilos. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of different variables that come into play.
We've got a young guy, or he's young, early 20s in Adelaide called Christos.
Yes.
And he's 67.5 kilos, and he pulls 300 for 3 or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a world record holder, and he lives here in Adelaide, and he's just ridiculous. I mean, you look at Christos, and you'd say, oh, look, based on your weight, like
you should deadlift 140 tops,
or 150 or whatever. Yeah. I mean, but he goes and pulls more than I can, and he's 30 kilos lighter.
Yeah.
And 2 feet shorter. So I mean, you can't put a number on anything.
Kamikaze Kangaroo wants to know, hello, you Fedipic boys. I was wondering whether there is a raw review for Core Test yet, as I can't find it. If not, how long until you do one, as I bought it, but want to know whether it's like MTS Barracuda and should be taken 12 hours before training or 30 minutes before, like it says on the container. Cheers, lads, and stay massive. You want me to take this one?
Yeah, you take it. You're the raw review master.
The Core Test raw review has been recorded, my brother. And it just needs to be published by the Dillip. And before we shot this episode, Dillip was going through his cutting schedule at the moment, and I believe Core Test is about 5th.
Yeah.
5th on the list.
Yeah.
So based on when this video goes up, it should be within the next few days. I would imagine.
Early next week.
But to answer your question, Kamikaze Kangaroo, if that indeed is your name. No, you don't have to take it 12 hours before training. The reason why you want to take MTS Barracuda 12 hours before training is because the particular extract in there has been shown, I believe it's a fenugreek extract, has been shown to elevate test at a peak 12 hours after dosing. Core Test doesn't have any fenugreek or doesn't have that particular ingredient in there. Therefore, it doesn't need to be taken 12 hours before training to maximize that peak test boosting window. You can take it before training if you like. That being said, when I was taking Core Test, I'm off cycle at the moment, but when I was taking it, I was still taking it in the morning because that's when I'd usually take my hormone supplement, which for me was about 12 hours before I trained.
I always tell people to take it when they remember to take it. I mean, that's the main.
That's the most important thing with hormone supplements. Is don't forget to take
especially if you're taking it once every 2 days or 3 days. Just take it at the same time every single day. If for you that's before bed, you've got your little pre-bed concoction you mix up.
Yeah.
If you have it with your breakfast.
Yeah.
Which most people do.
That's the one thing I hate, man. When customers come in, I'm like, how'd you go with that test booster? They're like, yeah, you know, I didn't really feel much. Did you take it every day? Nah, probably like every 2 or 3 days. I just kept forgetting to take it. Well, I mean, if you forget to take your pre-workout, you think you're gonna feel the effects of your pre-workout? Yeah. Big Neve?
No.
Shit. Reese Thomas wants to know, this may have been asked, but how much caffeine do you and Joe consume roughly a day? No, this hasn't been asked, Reese. This is a great question, Reese. Neve?
Truthfully, I'm on anywhere from 750 to a gram of caffeine a day.
What? Even right now?
Right now I've had 500, then with my pre-workout I have 7. Well, I have...
Big boy.
Well, I have a pre-workout in the morning.
Yeah.
An afternoon drop, a pre-workout. That's already got me at 750.
Yeah.
If I have another one during the day,
yeah,
I'll have a Coke Zero or Pepsi Max.
It adds up quickly. Wow. I'm impressed. I peak, Reese, when I'm like, 2 weeks out from a contest, deep in contest prep, I probably peak at about a gram a day. But now it's probably at like half a gram, like 500 mgs. So my kind of usual daily intake would be about 500 mgs. My peak, which I try...
You have a fat burn in the morning before training, don't you?
Yeah, correct.
You have a pre-workout.
Correct.
That's 500.
Yeah, straight up.
You have an afternoon drop of Utopia or something?
Every now and again.
Mate, you've had it every day this week.
Yeah. So I'd say cruise around 500, peak around a gram.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yesterday I had a gram. But yesterday I had a gram. I couldn't train. I had to go home and sleep for a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that where you disappeared to?
Yeah.
I was wondering why you weren't at Worlds last night.
I had to go home and sleep.
Moving that lightweight like bags of feathers, baby.
So I went and trained like 8:30.
Scott Casey.
I thought I was going to die.
Wants to know, what are your thoughts on Blackstone Labs Glycolog? I've heard really good things from the fellas. Much love from Charters Towers up in North Queensland. Love it. Have you seen my raw review on it, my brother? If you haven't, go check it out. I love this shit. Love me some Glycolog.
Joe's a massive fan.
You?
I've never used it.
Do you f***ing use anything anymore?
No.
You don't have the lifting straps. You don't have the wrist wraps. You don't have a muscle tank. You've never tried Glycolog. You haven't used Core Test. F***ing hell. Who are you?
I'm not f***ing money. I've got a house now.
Who are you?
I can't afford supplements.
You get them for free.
No, I don't.
They f***ing roll on in boxes behind your desk. Try this, try this, try this. And you haven't tried anything.
No, I'm the one
that's... What are you doing with them?
You never give me any of the core shit. I've been trying a lot of new stuff.
Well, mate, you need to... Wallbait gets personal deliveries from Doug Miller straight to his house.
No, Joel gets his personal deliveries delivered to my house.
Well, then they're yours.
And then I have
what are you doing?
Then I have to take him to Joel.
Oh, shit the bed.
For some reason, my house is the legal supplement.
The one thing, because it's new and you haven't been blacklisted yet. The one thing with Glycolog, Scott, that I'm seeing a lot of people do with it is have it with cheat meals. I cannot stress how stupid that is. If you understand what Glycolog does, which is effectively boost insulin, supercharges insulin, the last thing you want to do is have boosted insulin when you are eating a very high fat meal, because your body's going to take that fat and store it.
Can I say one stupid thing about drug use?
You can.
Is these guys who are using
insulin,
like exogenous insulin, exogenous, is that the word?
Exogenous, yeah.
And then taking 4 muffins pre-workout for the muffin pump.
Yeah.
Do they realize that they're just driving like
fat into fat cells. Insulin is a storage hormone. That's what it does. So if you're using insulin, or you're using an insulin mimetic like Glycolog, a glucose disposal agent like Glycolog, and having a high-fat meal, that is pretty much the worst thing you can do for changing your body composition. The worst. You're actually better, if you're gonna have a high-fat meal, you're better off not taking Glycolog.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. Just another channel bro wants to know, Big Boy Neve, do you plan on competing in the near future, as I have seen the results of your cut? Big Neve, I was looking lean as shit at the moment. It was also good seeing Joe at the gym Monday night, and hope to train with you guys sometime soon. Stay massive, yo, Zach.
At this stage, I have no...
Good to see you too, Zach.
I've got no desire to train or anything.
You are,
no
you
desire
are,
to compete,
yeah.
Sorry.
But you are looking, I would say, I've known you for many years now, over 5 years.
Yeah.
And you're looking the best that I've seen you look in 5 years.
Yeah, definitely, I'd say.
Yeah. Lean, thick, solid, and tight.
But do you know the funny
And
thing
tan.
is? But do you know the funny thing is this is probably the first time that I haven't actually like counted calories or done anything.
What have you been doing? What are your secrets?
Carb backloading.
Really? That's it?
Yep.
Just carbs post-workout?
Yep.
That's it? No carbs breakfast?
No.
No carbs pre-workout?
No.
No carbs during the day?
No.
Just carbs post-work, just backload all them mother.
Yep.
How many grams?
About 150
So you're on 150 grams of carbs a day?
at the most.
Fuck. It's crazy.
The rest of my food comes from protein and fats.
Yeah.
So breakfast
Amino
is like
acids and fatty acids.
steak,
Cornerstone of...
steak, almonds, avocado, salmon, chicken,
Yep.
kangaroo burgers, kangaroo sausages,
Yep.
coconut oil,
There you go.
peanut butter.
There you go.
And then
So
just
no,
carbs
but the
post-workout.
question is, any desire to compete?
No.
No? No. Joe Cantwell wants to know, what's up, Neve? What's your best advice on getting over a strength plateau?
If your strength is stuck, then it means you're doing something. You need to change it up. You need to change something up. Change up a variable.
Is the key. Eat more calories, change your training split, change. Your body plateaus, your body reaches homeostasis when everything's in equilibrium.
If you comment again,
Yeah,
tell us what you're actually currently doing.
yeah,
Because without just saying that you've reached a strength plateau,
correct.
it's a bit hard. Are you just each week trying to put more weight on the bar and
Yeah.
you're just stuck trying to get 120 or?
It's a very open-ended question, and so we will give you in return a very open-ended answer, and that is to make some changes.
But if you actually write back and say what you're doing, and if you're following a program, I mean the thing is if you're following an actual program, such as the one you can purchase from Neve Movement, but anyone at all, whether it's one you just get off the website, I mean Westside Barbell or any of those kind of ones, all have progression in there. So I mean there's no, you can't really plateau your strength because there's always a progression.
There's always change.
Either by number of reps
Built-in
or
change.
increased weight. So you need to keep progressing in either of those two variables.
Billy Marcus TV wants to know, hey Neve, have you ever considered becoming a pro wrestler? You have the strength and the look to back it up. Just might need to work on your fitness. He actually wrote that.
I'm fit now.
And Australia's biggest wrestling company is actually based in Adelaide. I've always wondered, as I know you're a massive John Cena fan, and thought you might want to follow in his footsteps. Greetings from sunny Queensland.
I've got a lot of mates that do amateur wrestling, and all of them, their bodies are up.
Yeah.
If you follow wrestling,
It's not necessarily a non-contact sport.
if you've seen a lot of the the backstories of a lot of the wrestlers and what they've got and the injuries that they've got, broken necks, broken arms. I mean, John Cena's torn his pec and his rear delt and his everything. The Rock tore his quad off the bone at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see The Rock getting injured filming
Jumanji.
Tooth Fairy. There's a reason he got out of it and he's making money.
Benji Singh wants to know, I love deadlifts and strength training. Should I do more conventional deadlifts or sumo deadlifts for overall muscle growth? Cheers from Singapore.
I find they both work two very different parts of the body, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a big back, I think you have to go conventional.
I agree, 100%. Whereas if you want big glutes and hamstrings and quads, probably squat.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of sumo deadlift, man.
I don't like them.
I don't like them. It's like if you want to squat, squat. If you want to deadlift, deadlift. Why are you going to merge the two exercises and make a sumo deadlift?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just make a whole lot of
I
sense
get
to me.
conventional. That's how I feel you build. I mean, don't get me wrong though. I know plenty of dudes who pull sumo who've got very impressive bags.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one or the other, I'd always go conventional.
Quo Goo wants to know, was your motivation to becoming a bodybuilder based on realizing the potential of your genetics, your peers, family, or environmental stimulation towards bodybuilding, or other, like the desire to be different? That's deep, man. That's balls deep.
Like Joseph,
Yeah.
I've always had a sporting background growing up.
Yeah.
So I was always very active from 5 playing footy.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. I just, as soon as I got the gym and started getting a bit bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's a lot of different things. Number one, you're interested in sports. Number two, you start getting compliments that, oh, look, you've got
Gains.
Yeah, I mean, the feeling of, it's pretty much everything, I'd say.
Yeah. It's not, you can't narrow it down to one thing. It's a
The feeling you get in the gym, the look that you look after yourself.
Yeah.
You can't narrow it down. I think it's a mixture, it's a combination of everything. Final
question. Of course, we're going to go to our brother, Barney Ong. Barney wants to know, big boy, my daily commute to work involves a 20-minute walk in each direction to and fro. I could imagine Barney walking to and fro.
Briefcase full of under his arm.
Shit. Plus any additional walking during lunch and throughout the day. Does this actually count towards my cardio activity during the day, or do you only consider it cardio when all the activity is being done within a set period of time, for example, 40 minutes fasted in the morning?
Well, you don't, unless you're riding a hoverboard, Barney, you're walking, so it's part of your daily cardio.
It was part of your daily, total daily energy expenditure.
The thing, the thing is
TDEE.
I know that you live in the city and you work in the city.
Yeah.
So I mean, as long as you're not stopping at every set of traffic lights, waiting for the lights to go green, so you can, little green man, so you can walk across.
Yeah.
Depends on what your walking's like. If it's a pretty brisk walk, you've been with us. If it's the same kind of pace that we used to walk to Doldy's, it's not a great pace.
No, it's more of a stroll.
So it depends how
It's more of a swagger.
Yeah, so it depends how you're walking, how much brownies you got in your briefcase, how long you got to wait at the traffic lights.
Yeah.
But yeah, count it towards your daily
But the other thing, Barney, is if it's not a variable, if it's consistent, if it's constant, and you're doing that every single day, and you know that it's never going to change, then it's something that you wouldn't count anyway. Because if you're trying to do cardio to increase your caloric output, you need to be doing cardio on top of what you're currently doing on any given day. So it really is provided it's consistent, it's of null effect.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it makes up your base total daily energy expenditure.
That's just like if you're a landscaper or if you're a bricklayer.
Yeah.
You wouldn't count your job as
cardio.
Cardio.
Yeah.
Because it's what you do every day. Is when you start introducing extra cardio that is when the weight.
Once again, it comes back to change, man. It comes back to change. Big Neve, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. If you're watching this on the mobile, be sure to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until next time, where we coming to and from, Neve.
MassiveJoes.com.